I had always dreamed of exploring the far reaches of the galaxy, but nothing could have prepared me for the culinary wonders of Nebulon Station. As a xenoculinary anthropologist, my mission was to study the eating habits of various alien species and document their unique cuisines. Little did I know, this assignment would challenge my perceptions of food and culture in ways I never imagined. My name is Dr. Elara Quinn, and I had just arrived at Nebulon Station, a bustling hub of interstellar trade and cultural exchange. The station was a marvel of engineering, a massive structure orbiting the gas giant Nebulon Prime. Its corridors were filled with beings from every corner of the galaxy, each with their own customs, languages, and, most intriguingly, foods. As I stepped off the shuttle, I was greeted by my assistant, a young and eager intern named Jax Thorne. Jax was a native of Earth, like me, but his enthusiasm for alien cultures was boundless. "Dr. Quinn, welcome to Nebulon Station," Jax exclaimed, his eyes wide with excitement. "I've already arranged a meeting with the station's culinary council. They're eager to share their food traditions with us." "Thank you, Jax," I reply, adjusting my datapad. "Let's not keep them waiting." The Culinary Council was composed of representatives from the station's major species. There was Zorak, a towering insectoid from the planet Zorathia, Lyra, a graceful aquatic being from the ocean world of Aquara, and Thal, a stout, rock-like creature from the mineral-rich planet of Thalax. Each brought their own unique culinary traditions to the table. "Welcome, Dr. Quinn," Zorak buzzed, his mandibles clicking in a friendly manner. "We are honored to have you here. We hope you will find our cuisines as fascinating as we find yours." "Thank you, Zorak," I said, taking a seat at the round table. "I'm eager to learn about your food cultures and how they reflect your societies." Lyra's voice was like a gentle wave, soothing and melodic. "We have prepared a feast for you, Dr. Quinn, a sampling of dishes from each of our worlds. We hope you will enjoy them." The first dish was presented by Zorak. It was a platter of what looked like giant, glistening beetles, their shells iridescent under the station's artificial lights. "These are Zorathian beetle larvae," Zorak explained. "They are considered a delicacy on my homeworld, rich in protein and nutrients." I hesitated for a moment, then picked up one of the larvae with my chopsticks. The texture was surprisingly tender, and the flavor was nutty and slightly sweet. I nodded in appreciation. "Delicious," I said, making a note on my datapad. "I can see why they are prized." Next, Lyra presented a dish from Aquara. It was a bowl of translucent, jelly-like spheres floating in a fragrant broth. "These are Aquarian sea pearls," Lyra said. "They are harvested from the depths of our oceans and are known for their delicate flavor and nutritional benefits." I took a spoonful of the broth and one of the pearls. The broth was light and refreshing, with a hint of brine, and the pearl burst in my mouth, releasing a burst of umami flavor. "Incredible," I said, jotting down more notes. "The balance of flavors is exquisite." Thal's dish was the most unusual. It was a slab of what appeared to be solid rock, but as Thal explained, it was actually a type of mineral-rich fungus that grew on Thalax. "This is Thalaxian rock fungus," Thal rumbled. "It is a staple of our diet and provides essential minerals and nutrients." I chipped off a piece of the fungus and tasted it. It was surprisingly soft and had a savory, earthy flavor. "Fascinating," I said. "I've never tasted anything like it." As the feast continued, I couldn't help but notice the curious glances from the council members. They were just as intrigued by human cuisine as I was by theirs. "Dr. Quinn," Zorak said, "we have heard much about human food. Could you share some of your culinary traditions with us?" I smiled. "Of course. Jax, could you bring out the samples we prepared?" Jax nodded and quickly retrieved a tray of human dishes we had brought from Earth. There was pizza, sushi, and a selection of desserts, including chocolate cake and ice cream. "This is pizza," I explain, pointing to the slices. "It's a popular dish on Earth, made with a base of dough topped with tomato sauce, cheese, and various toppings." The council members each took a slice and examined it closely. Zorak was the first to take a bite, his mandibles clicking in delight. "Remarkable," he said. "The combination of flavors and textures is unlike anything I've experienced." Lyra tried the sushi, a delicate roll of rice, seaweed, and raw fish. "This is exquisite," she said. "The balance of flavors is perfect." Thal was particularly taken with the chocolate cake. "This is extraordinary," he rumbled. "The richness and sweetness are unparalleled." As the evening went on, we exchanged stories and traditions, learning more about each other's cultures through our food. It was a reminder of how food can bring people, or in this case, beings together, transcending differences and fostering understanding. "Dr. Quinn," Lyra said, "your visit has been enlightening. We have much to learn from each other." "Indeed," I replied. "Food is a universal language, and through it, we can build bridges between our worlds." As the feast came to an end, I felt a sense of accomplishment. I had not only tasted incredible new dishes, but had also forged connections with beings from across the galaxy. It was a reminder of why I had chosen this path, and I knew there were many more culinary adventures to come. The next day, Jax and I were invited to visit the station's market, a sprawling bazaar filled with stalls selling everything from exotic spices to alien fruits. As we wandered through the market, I couldn't help but marvel at the diversity of foods on display. "Dr. Quinn, look at this," Jack said, pointing to a stall selling a strange, glowing fruit. "I've never seen anything like it." The vendor, a small reptilian creature, noticed our interest. "Ah, you have a good eye," he said. "This is a Lumina fruit, native to the planet Luminara. It is said to have healing properties." I purchased a few of the fruits, eager to study them further. As we continued through the market, we came across a stall selling a variety of spices. The vendor, a tall, slender being with shimmering skin, offered us a sample. "These are Celestian spices," he explained. "They are known for their unique flavors and are highly sought after." I took a pinch of one of the spices and tasted it. The flavor was unlike anything I had ever experienced, a complex blend of sweet, spicy, and savory notes. "Incredible," I said. "I must have some of these." As we returned to our quarters, I couldn't help but reflect on the experiences of the past few days. I had tasted foods I never imagined, learned about new cultures, and made new friends. It was a reminder of the power of food to bring people together and bridge the gaps between different worlds. "Jax, I think we've only scratched the surface," I said. "There is so much more to explore and learn." Jax nodded enthusiastically. "I agree, Dr. Quinn. This is just the beginning." As I prepared my report for the Xenoculinary Institute, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. The galaxy was vast and filled with wonders, and I was determined to uncover as many of them as I could. The interstellar feast had opened my eyes to new possibilities, and I couldn't wait to see what other culinary adventures awaited. A few days later, I received an unexpected invitation. The Culinary Council had invited me to participate in a grand feast, a celebration of the diverse cuisines of Nebulon Station. It was an honor, and I eagerly accepted. The feast was held in the station's grand hall, a magnificent space adorned with banners and decorations from each of the represented worlds. The air was filled with the tantalizing aromas of countless dishes, each more exotic than the last. As I took my seat at the head table, I was greeted by the council members. Zorak, Lyra, and Thal were all present, along with representatives from other species I had yet to meet. "Dr. Quinn, we are honored to have you here," Zorak said. This feast is a celebration of our shared culinary heritage, and we are delighted to share it with you. Thank you, I replied. It is an honor to be here. The feast began with a procession of dishes, each more elaborate and delicious than the last. There were platters of roasted meats, bowls of fragrant stews, and trays of delicate pastries. Each dish was a testament to the creativity and skill of the station's chefs. As I sampled each dish, I couldn't help but marvel at the diversity of flavors and textures. There was a dish from the planet Vortan, a spicy stew made with a variety of exotic peppers, a delicate pastry from the moon of Selene, filled with a sweet, creamy filling, and a savory pie from the asteroid colony of Ceres, made with a flaky crust and a rich, meaty filling. As the evening went on, I found myself engaged in lively conversations with the other guests. We shared stories and traditions, learning more about each other's cultures through our food. As the feast came to an end, I felt a sense of fulfillment. I had not only tasted incredible new dishes, but had also forged connections with beings from across the galaxy. It was a reminder of why I had chosen this path, and I knew there were many more culinary adventures to come. Dr. Quinn, your visit has been enlightening, Lyra said. We have much to learn from each other. Indeed, I replied. Food is a universal language, and through it, we can build bridges between our worlds. As I prepared to leave Nebulon Station, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. The galaxy was vast and filled with wonders, and I was determined to uncover as many of them as I could. The interstellar feast had opened my eyes to new possibilities, and I couldn't wait to see what other culinary adventures awaited. As I boarded the shuttle back to Earth, I couldn't help but reflect on the experiences of the past few weeks. I had tasted foods I never imagined, learned about new cultures, and made new friends. It was a reminder of the power of food to bring people together and bridge the gaps between different worlds. Jax, I think we've only scratched the surface, I said. There is so much more to explore and learn. Jax nodded enthusiastically. I agree, Dr. Quinn. This is just the beginning. As the shuttle lifted off, I felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. The galaxy was vast and filled with wonders, and I was determined to uncover as many of them as I could. The interstellar feast had opened my eyes to new possibilities, and I couldn't wait to see what other culinary adventures awaited.